Hey everyone, and in today's video I'm going to be exploring the latest release from Vandoren, which is this blue limited edition Jumbo Java mouthpiece. Now, what makes this mouthpiece so special? Well, it's the fact that it's, blue, really, to be honest. Because otherwise, it is just a standard Jumbo Java mouthpiece. So what is a Jumbo Java? Well, in the 1980s, Vandoren came out with the Jumbo Java concept. And it is, I know you can't see inside it right now, but if you were to open this baby up, you would see a severely heavy baffle and a very small chamber. It actually has a larger bore, but the fact that it's got the small chamber and the severe baffle gives it a really pokey, cutting sound, making it great for fusion, jazz rock, and all that kind of stuff. So it's right at the bright end of the entire Vandoren range of mouthpieces. So it's a brilliant mouthpiece for that style of music. And just prior to them in the 1980s coming up with the Jumbo Java design, Vandoren actually experimented with different colors in their mouthpieces. So they had red releases, they had blue ones, and they actually, when you see some of those sort of vintage mouthpieces, if you like, for sale on eBay, they actually can fetch staggering amounts of money. It's quite incredible. So I think Vandoren just felt this is a nice opportunity to hark back to something that was very popular at the time and produce a limited run, because us as sax players, we all love something that's a bit different and a bit quirky and perhaps eye-catching, and it certainly can be said that this mouthpiece is eye-catching. I think it looks just fantastic. If you commit to playing one of these, you absolutely have to own the sound. You cannot shy away from the way you perform with it and put the air through it, because otherwise you just won't get the desired result. You get all the edge and none of the body and none of the character. So it's a little bit like, you know, if you're on Strictly Come Dancing as one of the celebrities and your chosen dance is the salsa, you have to absolutely own it and go for it. You cannot be, there's no place for being self-conscious, and it is exactly the same with this mouthpiece. So it's full volume, push the air through it, and the results will absolutely rock in that context. You know, this mouthpiece is not to play that nice blendy stuff, sax quartet stuff, you know, all that stuff. It really will not give you good results in that context at all. But if you want to push through in a kind of rock pop, jazz fusion kind of setting, it is an absolute beast for that style of music. So sound-wise, what I'm hearing there is all the things I've kind of described so far that you might imagine from the description of the internals of the mouthpiece. It's a big, bright, pokey sound. Plenty of cut, plenty of edge throughout the entire range. So, you know, it's not just that you've got edge at the top, but the edge actually appears in the middle range and the bottom range as well. But I would also say when you actually lay back on it, there is a certain featheriness and softness and a bit of a subtone available. So it's nice to feel that you do still, even with a heavily baffled piece like this, have that tonal contrast. I think any good mouthpiece should have a variety of tonal possibilities in it. And this is a good mouthpiece and it does have that, but that's the sort of 20% part of the sound, and the other 80% is all the drive and thrust that we're hearing with this mouthpiece, you know, making it perfect for playing in those contemporary styles. So that's it from me, really. I'd like to know what you guys think, so please make it known in the comments. My personal feelings on the mouthpiece is that it's a great mouthpiece and it does what it says on the tin very well. You know, the great thing about being a sax player is you can apply yourself to so many styles of playing, you know, from beautiful classical music all the way through to the opposite extreme, you know, loud metal music and anything in between, really. And this one definitely operates on that upper end of the scale, and you're just not going to use it for the other stuff. and that much is pretty clear. So I think in terms of doing that job, it does it really superbly well. And I love the fact that even though we describe it as this really cutting mouthpiece, it does have that other slightly softer, more soulful side to it wrapped within. So overall, you know, a great mouthpiece for doing that particular thing very, very well.